Good morning, my Real News Midday TV family. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning, and I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and a productive day. And in the news this morning, Westmoreland businessman charged with a fraudulent conversion. A Westmoreland business operator has been charged with a fraudulent conversion following two separate incidents on Westminster Road and Cargill Avenue in Kingston 10 in December and March 2023. He has been identified as 47-year-old Andre Poorman of Amity District, Savannah Lamar. Reports from the Halfway Tree Police are that last December, Poorman allegedly collected over 900,000 Jamaican dollars for a 2012 Toyota Hiace bus valued at $3.5 million from a man and then stopped communicating with him. Since then, Poorman has allegedly failed to return the man's money. In the second incident, which took place between February and March 2023, another man allegedly paid over $1.75 million to Poorman for a 2016 Toyota Hiace bus valued at $3.5 million. Shortly after receiving the money, Poorman allegedly stopped communicating with the complainant and failed to return his money. An investigation was launched and Poorman was later arrested and charged. He is scheduled to appear before the Kingston and the St. Andrew Parish Court on Thursday, October 3. Police seize firearm in Rockfort. Kingston East Police seized a 19mm 6 Sawyer pistol with a magazine containing 4 9mm cartridges in Rockfort, Kingston on Sunday. Reports are that at about 5:30 p.m., police acting on information conducted a targeted raid in the area where a premises was searched. During the search, the firearm and ammunition was seized. No one was arrested in relation to the seizure. The investigation continues, the police said. Airport employees sentenced for multiple drug-related offenses. Kimoli Hoyles of Patrick City, Kingston 20, was on Monday sentenced for several drug-related offenses when he appeared before the St. James Parish Court. Hoyles, 38, was arrested at the Saxor International Airport in Montego Bay, St. James on Thursday, September 12, while trying to flee the island with a fake American passport. He was previously found guilty of multiple drug-related offenses such as possession, dealing, attempting to export, trafficking, and a conspiracy to export cocaine, as well as possession of criminal property. These charges stem from the seizure of approximately 277.15 kilograms of cocaine with an estimated street value of over Jamaican $2 billion at the Norman Manley International Airport in Kingston on Thursday, December 10, 2020. On Monday, Hoyles was sentenced to 2 years imprisonment at hard labor for possession of cocaine or $1.5 million fine and a mandatory 2 years at hard labor and a $3 million fine or 3 years at hard labor. For trafficking in cocaine, he was sentenced to 1 year imprisonment for attempting to export cocaine or 30,000 Jamaican dollars fine and 6 months at hard labor for possession of criminal property or $500,000. On the charge of dealing in cocaine, he was admonished and discharged. All sentences will run consecutively if the fines are not paid. Additionally, Hoyles now awaits a trial for the charge of uttering forged documents. The Firearms and Narcotics Investigation Division will continue to crack down on criminal organizations and individuals involved in drug trafficking and other illicit activities and to pursue those who try to evade justice, the law enforcement agency said in a press release on Monday. Police constable charged with a murder in Trelawney gets a $900,000 bail. A policeman has been charged for the shooting death of a man during an altercation in Falmouth, Trelawney last November. Police Constable Junior Howlett was taken before the Trelawney Parish Court on Friday, where he was granted $900,000 bail with 1 to 2 sureties. Reporting conditions were also imposed. Howlett is scheduled to return to court on October 16. He was charged in relation to the November 4, 2023 off-duty fatal shooting of 25-year-old Andrew Hall in the vicinity of a nightclub on Harbour Street in Falmouth. It is alleged that an altercation between Howlett and Hall resulted in the cop discharging his weapon. No firearm was recovered from the deceased during the incident. The murder charges as a result of a completed investigation by the Independent Commission of Investigations and a ruling by the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions. Dunkirk residents dismiss police's gunfight claim in fatal shooting. Residents of Braden Street in Dunkirk, Kingston, are rebuffing claims by the police on the scene that a resident who was killed during an alleged firefight on Monday afternoon had engaged the security forces in a shootout. Dead is Toward Welsh, a resident of the Tough East Kingston community. The Independent Commission of Investigations has commenced a probe into the police fatal shooting. At the same time, residents are crying foul, labeling the policemen involved in the incident as cold-blooded murderers. A man who said the deceased man was his friend told the news that he carried Welsh into the Elletson Road Criminal Investigation Branch last Friday, September 27. I carried him last week Friday to Elletson Road CIB, and the detective them said them no want him and release him. Not even 2 hours with at the station. Me not like them killing there. I saw no one come boy and kill anybody and get away with it. Tell lies say a shootout, the irate resident said. A woman told the news that before Welsh was shot, he had been speaking with police personnel. A gangster thing them a deal with. The youth see the police vehicle come down the road. Him dep on him phone and pay them no mind. The policeman said to him, "Squaddy, him, you afraid to kill him?" The residents alleged, claiming explosions were heard shortly after. The residents accused the police team of gross unprofessionalism. When them done, them same one jump in at the police van and a fire pure shot. When the man done dead already, that had the gun them a go plant pan him, same fire shot. If them did really catch him with gun, you still wouldn't have to kill him, but we wouldn't have any argument cause it illegal, a resident said. While the news team was on the ground, the residents' emotions were running wild, with many yelling at the police, saying, "Una wicked, una murderer." Checks by the news revealed that Welsh was recently released after serving time in prison. He was also said to be very influential in Dunkirk and West Kingston. Up to press time, the police had not yet released an official report on the incident. The community of Dunkirk has been engulfed in a turf war between criminal gangs for several years, resulting in shootings, murders, and the displacement of residents. According to Indicom, as of September 19, the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions has handed down rulings for charge in 22 cases investigated by the watchdog entity. The cases involve members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, Jamaica Defense Force, and the Department of Correctional Services. The most recent matter to go before the court involves a policeman who was charged with the 2023 fatal shooting of a man on Harbour Street in Falmouth, Trelawney. Samuda wins a seat and North East seat with 11.6% voter turnout. Jamaica Labour Party candidate Matthew Samuda is the new Member of Parliament for St. Ann North Eastern. Samuda secured 4,838 votes to defeat the independent candidate David Anderson 222 and the United Independence Congress candidate Chase Neal 30. The People's National Party did not contest the by-election. Voter turnout was low at 11.6%. Samuda's total represents 95% of the eligible voters who came out. The Electoral Commission of Jamaica said the returning officer will commence the final counting of the ballots today, Tuesday, October 1, at the designated counting center. Samuda replaces former JLP MP Marsha Smith, who resigned from the position earlier this month. Jamaica Post warns customers about phishing scams. Jamaica Post is urging vigilance in light of reports of numerous phishing scams from its customers. The entity's public relations officer, Tanika Bennett, said the persons must remain alert to avoid becoming victims of this persistent cybercrime. Some customers have reported receiving suspicious messages requesting that they click on links, provide their sensitive data, and make payments online. These did not originate from Jamaica Post, Bennett said. We are encouraging customers to refrain from clicking on suspicious links and sharing their sensitive personal data, she continued. Bennett is encouraging persons to verify any questionable communications by contacting the Jamaica Post directly at info@jamaicapost.gov.jm to help combat these scams. Alternatively, individuals can visit the organization's website at www.jamaicapost.gov.jm. Jamaica Post is a department of government under the Office of the Prime Minister. It manages the island's network of more than 200 post offices and 165 postal agencies. Guys, thanks for watching. Please join us this afternoon at 2 p.m. for another news update.